Hey, dude, chill. That's not chilling. Hey, Blue, what's up, man? I went 2-1. Well, I got a bye, and then I won my second round, and then my round three, I was playing against some mono white devotion deck thing, and I lost game one because I didn't draw a white source with a handful of white cards, and then I lost game two because I didn't play around some card I never thought I would have to play around. The two white and a generic convoke destroy exile target attacking creature. I didn't play around that when I was swinging for lethal when I could have, but obviously that's not really something you think about having to play around when you're not playing limited. So whatever, got me. Not bad though. So they do pack per win as your for prizes. So I got two packs, and I opened a Rattleclaw Mystic and a Bloodstained Mire. So can't complain. I also finished off my playset of Flooded Strands in trades yesterday and got a second Sargon. So all in all, I'm not too unhappy with the night. I'm now completely done with blue fetches, so yeah, that card. I just didn't even think to play around it. I had a Ravel Master in play. She had one blocker up, and I had a Lightning Strike in hand and a Chandra in hand. She had two white and a blocker. So I decided to drop Chandra, ping her for one, make it so her dude couldn't block. So I figured if she had something that, like a Celestial Flare or something like that, although I guess that just rotated, just something that she could cast at 2 mana up. I wanted to make sure, you know what I mean? Like I wanted to make sure that I was okay. That would have a little bit better board presence in case any shenanigans happened, because then I'd have at least an active Chandra on the board too. And she had that. If I'd have just lightning striked her creature before combat, like I almost did, I'd have been fine. I would have swung in with a big giant Rabble Master. Rabble Master's fun, by the way. I am quite happy with Rabble Master, and Manus Rider plus Stoke the Flames is insane. It's easily just as insane as you think it is. Way too much fun doing that last night. It felt like back in the day when you got to just be like, okay, fire blast you. That's the kind of feeling it has. So that's pretty fun. This is what I think I'll be playing in the daily today. This has 3 polluted deltas. Uh, I cut 4 River of Tears and 1 Secluded Glen. Added 3 polluted deltas, 1 watery grave, and a second swamp. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure how much I like fetches in here, but I also do have. I've been swapping. I picked up 1 dig through time, and I picked up a playset of treasure cruises. Um, I've been trying it with 2 cruises in the main and the dig in the sideboard, just because I'm at this point I just want to test them and see which one feels better. I've resolved treasure cruise for 1 once or twice, and for 2 to 3 every other time, and it feels pretty busted. Like being able to be like, oh, casual. Oh, I'm gonna just draw a bunch of cards here. Yeah, that feels pretty insane. For the daily, I think I'm gonna run a 1-1 split in my main. Uh, I know that for a fact that won't be correct. I just am testing. I kind of want to see which one feels better as I hit them. So I personally think Treasure Cruise is probably going to be better unless you're playing in a very combo control heavy meta where operating at instant speed and having better card selection is going to be more important than whereas in the current meta that it is with a lot of fair decks like Pod and the Black Green X style decks, I think Treasure Cruise is just better. Having something that you can do on turn 4 through 7 when they've attritioned your hand out, attrition the board state, and everybody's kind of in that top deck mode. Just drawing 3 cards is insane there. I'm not looking, when you're in that situation, you're not looking for 2 specific cards, you're just looking for cards. You just want to outvalue the shit out of your opponent, and I think Treasure Cruise is probably just way better for that. Um, I'll still be testing around a little bit, but I do think I like Cruise better. I'm also going to be trying the Young Pyro Delver deck with Treasure Cruises, actually. That reminds me. Um, I actually don't think the more controlling version gets as many cards into its graveyard as quick, because it's when you're running more counter spells and stuff, you end up in a lot of situations where you're not casting things because your people don't want to cast into your open mana after getting remanded into mana leaked and stuff like that. So whereas with mine, I'm like, okay, fine, you can resolve that on turn 1, 2, and 3. I'm just gonna kill it, which is okay. Throwing things in the yard like that. That said, I'll probably end up testing the other version again. Also, I think that version will be better if this Jeskai Ascendancy takes off any more than it already has. I think there's a good chance I'm going to be playing without Scions again. If I end up playing against that deck a lot, I think I want more disruption and not worry about my clock quite as much if that deck's going to start being everywhere. That said, I think we have a good matchup against that deck. I haven't played it yet, but I think we're probably okay. Kind of play. Ugh, I want to go try this. Oh wait, what was I gonna do? I wanted to add Thought Scours to this. Oh, do I not have Thought Scours? Bummer, I don't know Thought Scours. Okay. Yeah, Flash Freeze and Negate both seem pretty good. I'm gonna go play a quick game with this deck, just in the practice room, just for fun. I got 15 minutes before the daily starts, so we will be playing faeries in the daily. I'm far more interested in keeping that testing going. But in fact, I will go ahead and sign up so I don't. Yeah, at first I was a little worried because that deck is ridiculous. I was watching Nathan Holiday stream it the other night, and it was a little absurd. I won't lie. I mean, kind of like as much as I want to play it because I want to see how the matchup is, because it feels like it should be a good matchup for us. Um, I also don't want to play it, especially while streaming, because it's gonna be boring. That's a little ugly, but I'll keep it. I got cantrips and stuff. Yeah, he played pretty slowly, which tells me that this is going to be one of those sets, or one of those. It's going to be one of those matchups where like the already slow players are just going to be horrible. I think this deck here, though, the blue-red Young Pyro deck, is going to be by far the best shell for Treasure Cruise. I was watching Caleb Durwold stream it last night a little bit, and it was a little bonkers. This deck puts cards in the graveyard so fast when it wants to that like there was one point where he treasure cruised and could have immediately snapped treasure cruised. Like there would have been nothing holding him back from that, which is pretty nuts, I think. Like, I was watching him play and I was like, okay, I am now not as concerned about wanting Ancestral Visions back in the format here. Okay, we are the control deck. This is burn, so I'm probably just remanding anything he does. Except for that. I'll remand the second one. Fortunately, I don't have any way to gain life in this deck. Needle drop? Yeah, see, we'll remand that. I don't want him to draw a card. I mean, it's just a cycle, but then he has to spend 2 spells next time, too, so. I don't know what this burn player is doing here. I'm just leaking it. Don't want him scrying. And obviously he's missing land drops, so I'd rather him not be able to scry here. Oh yeah, I'm sure he thinks we're twin. Until he sees the young Pyro, but... Or he sees this Mutavault here. Which unfortunately I think I'm going to show him now. I think I want to get the creature out so I have something at least representing a clock here. I don't really want to be fetching yet. I honestly think that Treasure Cruise is enough to push the young Pyro Delver back up toward, like, if not up into the tier 1 bracket, hovering right at the bottom ready to pounce. I mean, Molten Rain. We're leaking this since I don't have another counterspell to stop it. Otherwise, I'd prefer to remand it here. But I think leaking it's a little just make it so the card's gone. I had a second counterspell, might be different, obviously, but I think the Ascendancy deck. I think they're gonna leave it alone until the next set comes out, which that next ban and restricted update is directly before the Modern Pro Tour, conveniently. Uh, I'm kind of feeling like they're in the whole, you know what, let's throw it out there and see what happens, and if it's too degenerate, we can get rid of it then, type of thing, you know what I mean? Um, oh, he's gonna finally get his needle drop off. And he's gonna hit me with, sure. I'm just gonna grab it. I'm not playing it untapped anyway, so. The daily starts in about 7-8 minutes. We're playing faeries in the daily. I'm just screwing around with the young Pyro deck with Treasure Cruise. Um, it suffers from the same problems as actual Storm, like rule of law effects just shut the deck down. Linvala shuts the deck down. In fact, I don't even think after sideboard they have a way to deal with Linvala. So, like, Linvala actually is just curtains. Um, that said, once they get the stupid ascendancy in play, the deck is very, very strong. Uh, their entire deck is cantrips, like even more so than what's it called? Um, actual storm. Like everything's just a cantrip because they don't even need rituals. I should have waited for him to actually attack before I did that, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal either way, I think. Alright, let's see a Delver flip. I haven't flipped Delvers in a while. Oh, conveniently stops that. Alright, you've got a shock. I can't do anything about that. Will it flip? Yes, it will, to a fairly good card to flip to. That means he can only hit us with the silly, the one-drop stuff. I guess a two-drop. Yeah, this looks like a budget burn list. Between the needle drops and the shocks and incinerates. I agree. Pretty sure I just pierce anything he does here. Unfortunately, I can't tap out for the burst lightning. He's got two cards, so if he's got double burn, it has some trouble. Huh. Do we wanna get into a burn fight? You want me to just make him have it here? I guess I'll wait. And if he tries to cast anything in response, I kill him. Kind of a slow roll, but not really if you're playing, since he knows I have the Pierce in hand. And whatever he's got probably costs. Alright. Yeah, it's got to be a budget burn. Lightning Strike. What's up, Pink? Alright, well, we didn't get to go cruising that round, or that match. I don't have Monastery Swift Spears in here. I'm thinking about trying it. Uh, this is just you are Delver with Young Pyro and a couple of treasure cruises. Um, I do think I want to try it with Swift Spear. I just have to pick some up. We're playing fairies in the daily, by the way, for anybody waiting. We're just waiting for the daily to start. That is the list we are playing today. We are running 3 polluted deltas just to see how they go, and then we're running one treasure cruise in the main, one in the sideboard, and one dig through time in the main. I've been running the double cruise in the main, and um, I decided to do the swap for the daily and do the 1-1 just for testing purposes. Mainly, like I think I just want to be able to test here. Yeah, I probably should have brought in the Magnus Race. I'm not really too worried. I'm probably dropping this here soon. The daily's going to start in a couple of minutes, so probably just drop from this because this is just the turn practice room. I was just killing some time. Take one to the dome. Hey, quiet. Do I do this for 2 life? I mean, he's got a hand that's got to be all gas because he hasn't hit land drops. I don't think I can afford to go down to 12 yet. As it is, these are fetching basics on mountain. Okay. Okay, well that actually works out anyway since the daily's starting here very quickly. So that works out perfectly. Do me a favor also, guys, and remind me to keep my thing up. I'm trying that out with the overlays, try and make it a little bit easier for anybody joining the stream a little late to have an idea of where we're standing. Um, but it's going to take a little while to remind me. Cons cards are legal as of now. All right, round one starting, and I lost the die roll. I'm gonna keep this on the draw. I don't get to play the Thoughtseize turn one, which is kind of a bummer unless I draw something, but it's got lands, it's got interaction. I think I'm okay with this on the draw. I'm assuming this is the combo deck, actually. Breeding Pool into Bird's Paradise. Okay, let's... So, we'll see if we get potentially turn 2 here. This will be my first time playing against the combo deck, if this is what it is, but I'm assuming Breeding Pool into Bird's Paradise. Yeah, this is the combo deck. Okay, we're not dead. I mean, he doesn't have the Ascendancy in hand. Otherwise, he'd have fired it off right there. So I'm untapping, dropping Sunken Ruins, and immediately go for the Throaty and the Birds of Paradise. I feel like we should have a strong matchup against this deck. Like I said, I'm killing the Birds of Paradise because that makes it so it's very hard for him to combo off next turn. And I can Thoughtseize the turn after. Or have Spell Stutter for 2. There's a black source. Should have played that actually and just went and got a black source. It doesn't matter, I guess. Yeah, I think I go for the throat here. Um, I think I just want to keep him off a dork. Make it so he has to have dork, ascendancy, and the red cantrip that gives haste to go off in the same turn. And the next turn I have Thoughtseize. I mean, if he's got the red cantrip, okay. Uh, yeah, the deck is fairly ridiculous. I completely agree there. But he's got nothing but lands in his hand. Which means he can't combo off this turn whatsoever, even if he drew the Ascendancy. Sylvan Caryatid. Okay, nothing I can do about that. If I wouldn't have Thoughtseize there, I could have played the Mutavault and had a way to counter a 2-drop, but he would have been able to Treasure Cruise instead. My problem is right now I don't have a clock, and all he has to do is draw into the Ascendancy. Like, I really need to hit. I need to untap here and draw Bitter Blossom, I think. That's not a Bitter Blossom. Oh, we're playing Mutavault, so we have Spell Stutter for 2 next turn. If he doesn't give us something to Spell Stutter this turn, next turn we are upkeep misbinding him, taking the Mutavault. No, because I can hit it with Mutavault. They don't have main deck weight or removal at instant speed. That hits a Mutavault if they're main decking an Abrupt Decay, so. That way I can save the Spell Stutter to use in conjunction with the Misbind Click the turn after. If that makes sense to you. Or I can throw down the Bitter Blossom and be able to counter a 3-drop. Kind of feel like getting Bitter Blossom online is a little safer right now. If I drop Bitter Blossom, play my Tar Pit, now I have to play an untapped land. I can Spell Stutter for 1, 2, 3, and stop an Ascendancy that way. Alright, now I think we're in a pretty good position here. He has to, if he has Ascendancy this turn, I unfortunately think I have to just. Do I Spell Stutter this? I think I Spell Stutter this, that way next turn I can Misbind Click him. And he won't have 3 dorks, unless he has another dork in hand, to cast an Ascendancy that turn. And another dork that I can interact with is not good for me. I'm gonna misbind him, picking up Mutavault. Mutavault can't attack into the Sylvan Caryatid anyways. Um, I don't think my life total really matters, so I don't need to pick up my Bitter Blossom. I feel like once he's going off, he's just going off. I don't have any other interaction unless I can draw myself a Cryptic. I mean, this basically just buys me another turn. I don't know what is in his hand, but this is the best chance I got. But he just played a tapped land and pass. Like, I'm going to attack with a tar pit unless I draw action here. I just have to hope he doesn't draw into combo pieces unless I draw some interaction. That's not the best interaction. um, well, this is a swing for 9. I mean, next turn if he doesn't go off, he has to chump block the misbind click. Um, like he just doesn't have a choice. Oops, I should have played that, and then I could have just fetched up an island and then played the other Bitter Blossom. I guess the other Bitter Blossom doesn't matter. Yeah, the other Bitter Blossom just doesn't matter. So he has this turn. And it looks like he doesn't have it. I'm just assuming he hasn't hit the Ascendancy here, so he's going to have to block. No, he's just going to let it go. I think the smarter route would have been to block and buy another turn. Okay, so we want negates. We want flash freeze. I want black suns. I want engineered explosives. I want spellskite. That stops a blood targeting me. What do we want to lose? We lose dismember. I don't really like cutting removal, but I think it's okay. Like we can't hit removal on a Caryatid. We did bring in the Black Suns, which can take care of Caryatid. I was gonna say Lily's probably too slow. I mean, like she's probably better on the play, but she's probably just too slow otherwise. And Batterskull doesn't need to be there. Yeah, I like that. Um, the problem with Death Marks is their sorcery. Spellskite, they only run the one of blood in their sideboard. Um, so if they're all in on the flesh and blood plan, I can just pay 2 life and redirect it to the Spellskite. That means that's another card they have to deal with first. If against decks like this, I'm all about just making them overload on answers to my threats or to my answers before they can go off and just buy time. I do need turn 1 removal, huh? We'll bring the dismembers back in. We'll just bring the dismembers back in. Yeah, Frago, I agree, but I'd like to force them to do it. I mean, like, honestly, like, doing it this way and making them have both wishes or whatever makes it so they can't safely go off as early. I'm keeping this. I have removal for dorks. Depending on if he drops a turn one dork, determines on what I do. That tar pit's a little scary. Black Sun Zenith is good in a situation like where we just were, though. Um, of him having multiple dorks out or caryatids out and not comboing yet, I'd gladly trade my board for his board in that situation. But he played a dork, so I have to not play the tar pit, which is a little shitty. But this is very much a kill the dork deck. Hopefully we'll just get lucky and draw an untapped black source for the go for the throat. I mean, like, that's kind of what we gotta hope for here. He's got caryatid, yeah, then that's gross. So I could either play the Mutavault, and then that way I have Spell Stutter up to counter a cantrip if he's just going to go for cantrips the next turn. Um, or I play the Tar Pit, go Shields down for a turn, and then next turn I have Spell Stutter and Inquisition. I think I have to just go Shields down for a turn. I need to get this Black Source in play. I got nothing. I'm F6, so. Like, this is a situation where we could just be dead. If he goes red source, tap, 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 ascendancy, tap caryatid, cantrip, then he's going off. And there's nothing I can do to stop him. He played a mana dork. Huh. So I think I Watery Grave here, Inquisition him, and then go for the throat of Bird's Paradise. Alright. Now, unfortunately, we're in a situation where it's going to be very hard for him to brick. Ooh, does he have to blow his haste one? Oh no, he has a Manamorphose. Okay, well, I'm F6 again. Let's see if he can get there. I think he can probably just get there from here. I mean, like, he has to basically hit land off the top with those two draws, or the draw and a half. Yeah, I think we just lost. Yeah, yeah, I'm absolutely in no way, shape, or form scooping to this deck ever. Um, if they want to play a deck that takes forever to go off, they're gonna. Yeah, with his really low hand size, I agree. There is a chance he fizzles. If he hits the land draw, it's done. Like then I untap and I have spell stutter for 2 up, so I can stop a wish, or I can stop any cantrip. He went straight for the blood already. Oh, he must have a treasure cruise. That's brutal. Yeah, so I'm dead. He's got a treasure cruise, so. Uh, Robert Droid, honestly, in paper, I'd make this guy kill me too. Like, I'd make him combo off, just like you ever do to eggs. You make him have it. No, I'm not going to scoop. Like you said, this is a deck that does take a long time to go off sometimes. And if he wants to run an extra 4 or 5 minutes off his clock to kill me, that's fine by me. That's means he still has to kill me one more game with me on the play next. No, I play to win. If you want to play a deck that has a chance at fizzling, then I'm going to give you that chance to fizzle. Why would I not play to my outs? Like, I'll scoop to a Splinter Twin player. The only time I won't scoop online to a Splinter Twin player is if he's 10 minutes ahead of me on the clock because he's been playing slow. Then I'm going to make him tap all his dudes and make all his things. Because if you're going to play slow or you're going to double queue and make me suffer for it, I'm going to make you go through the motions. But yeah, on any deck that has a chance of fizzling, why would I not? Why would I not give him that option? And I also do play regular Storm myself and enjoy the hell out of it, and I love it when people let me go off. I play the deck because it's fun to go off. Does he have 2 Flesh and Bloods? Did he brick on me? If he bricked on me, I'm gonna look at you guys and the people who are saying, "Oh, you're just gonna not scoop now." That's why you don't scoop. I think he might have just bricked, guys. See? That's why you don't scoop. Pretty sure that list only runs 1 Flesh and Blood also. So his new game plan is to make his noble hierarch big enough to kill me. That's got to be his next game plan. So now if I keep him off all creatures but a carry is hit, I just win. He can't attack. I have Mutavault up. So I think I'm gonna upkeep Mistbind him. Um, it puts a big clock on the table. I don't know. Maybe I should just hold up Spell Stutter this turn. That way, if he doesn't go off this turn, yeah. If he doesn't try and go off again this turn, I think I'm gonna hold up Spell Stutter, and then next turn I'll be able to Mistbind and still have Spell Stutter. I think. Manamorphose. We will counter your Manamorphose. We're countering the Manamorphose because that way all he gets to do is loot here. I mean, he still gets to untap his dudes, but he just gets to loot. So this limits his ability to get the card advantage of multiple cards here. Ugh. So we have to see what he has here. Luckily, I do have a blocker, so I probably shouldn't have tapped the Mutavault. I should have left it untapped so it could be a potential second blocker if needed. I suppose I could just F6 now, right? Um, it'll still give me the option to block if he attacks. Okay, grape shot. Yeah, see, he's going to go for the attacks then. I should have done it. I guess grape shot would have still been enough, right? Uh, apparently he runs grape shot. I agree. He's going to have a 4-5. I'm assuming, like, I don't know. We have to see what he hits here on this loot. Yeah, we're probably just dead, I think. So he's going to hit me for 4. I'm going to go to 3. So we're not dead. Yeah, see, I'd have been much better off leaving up the other blocker. No, he cast the blood at me already. He fizzled the first time and cast blood. I am draw step, misbinding him here. So I have him on a 3-turn clock, maybe a little less, but I have to leave up Mutavault as a blocker. I'm on a 2-turn clock. Yeah, I have him on a 2-turn clock with this tar pit. Mutavault stays back as a blocker because it can't attack anyways. And I'm going to basically make him have to have a way to push the Noble Hierarch through a Mutavault this turn, or we kill him. Yeah, that wish for blood seemed very early. Like a little loose. Oh, he's just got a second ascendancy. This guy with his foil ascendancy. I'm blocking just in case he's got some kind of a shenanigan. He's got another spell is what he's got. He's got an instant in his hand. Um, He's got another instant in his hand, and if I didn't block, he'd be able to trigger the ascendancies again. So because I block, I probably just win. Yeah, so we win. I would be shocked if he had a way out of this. Let's just leave it at that. So, looks like we beat Just Kind of Ascendancy. Pretty sure we had a good matchup against that anyways, and it turns out we did alright. Yeah, I don't think he knows his deck at all. It was definitely scary, I won't lie. If this becomes a thing, I might have to retune the deck a little bit to be a little stronger against combo. Yeah, I should have been at 1 from that grape shot. Um, that the wish for the blood was wrong. Like, I'm pretty sure that was the big one that said he doesn't know what he's doing. The wish for the blood when he doesn't even have a crazy excess of mana or anything like that. I'm pretty sure they have cantrip wish targets in their board anyways, so they'd be much better off just wishing for that and just going deeper. Let me see if I can find one of their lists. For those of you guys wondering, also I'll throw this up. That's what we're playing today. We just beat Jeskai Ascendancy combo in round 1 of the daily. Oh no, not standard. Fuck you. Care about standard? Oh no, that's more standard. Come on now, we don't care about standard combo. That's why I kind of get a feel for their deck list. I'm looking for that article that was on, I think it was Mana Deprived or something like that. They called it Storm, not combo. That'll probably help. Thought it was Mana Deprived, MTG cast? No, no, that's a podcast. Thank you, little big boy. Does he not actually just have the list on here? If I can get to where he pulls up a list. Yeah, I was watching parts of this stream the other night, and it was pretty ridiculous. Scroll over, let me see your sideboard, dude.
Alright, so as for what the deck should look like, I'm not really sure, but this is pretty close to the list that's been being tossed around.
Hey, Oscar, quiet.
I'm going to be playing Modern Jeskai Ascendancy combo.
Ah, thanks, Perry. That's much better. Also, there you go, Perry. Have a little lightning bolt. The no along list is the one I liked. Let's see. So ley lines are ugly for us. Guttural. Yeah, that's pretty good. Guess it doesn't stop spell stutters though. Ha. That's pretty good. Yeah, Perry, this is the one I liked the look of. It looked very stormy. That's why I think I liked it. It looks very much all business storm style combo. I just kind of want to get a feel for the basic cards they're running in there as their wish package here. See what the general consensus has kind of turned into. I know a lot of these. The gutter response could be ugly for me. The ley lines are obviously ugly for me, but what can you do? If they turn one ley line, they turn one ley line. Then I'm just like, okay, I'm racing and trying to keep counter your pieces. So well, so far at least I'm 1-0 against it. I'm like I said, I feel like Fairy should have a good matchup against that. We just have such a good combo matchup anyways that I feel like that should be something we should win at least the small majority of the time, if not more often than not. Um, like I said, my deck could probably use a little bit of tuning if that deck really starts being everywhere. I'd probably want more main deck discard. I only run 4 pieces. I'd probably want to go up to a 5th. I probably want that third Inquisition Kozilek back. Um, that said, I'll wait and see if it really starts turning up that way before I worry about it. Yeah, they get brought into his deck after he wishes for it, so it'll be in his hand from the wish, and then when he casts it, it'll go to the graveyard, etc., etc. It'll still be in his sideboard for game 2, obviously. I mean, it'll just go back to the sideboard. I said, I think if this deck gets popular again, I will be going back to my non-Scion list. If I end up running into that combo deck a lot, I think the non-Scion list is probably better. Two more slots in this list. Yeah, he can't wish for it after twice unless he's got another copy in the sideboard. Hibernation would be cute against that deck. This obviously isn't the list we're playing right now. This is my non-Scion list. I'm just updating it. I'm running deltas right now as a 3 of because I'm just testing, seeing how it lines up. Seeing if the life loss ends up coming up to bite me or not. I'm not 100% sold on if I need them, but I figure I can't knock them without trying them. So, and oh, I still have 2 more slots here. So far, I have resolved Treasure Cruise for one once and for two to three a couple of times, and every time it's felt insane. Like I was just like, oh, I now have three brand new cards in my hand. That was pretty good. However, that said, I do play fairies differently than a lot of people, I think. From what I've seen, I don't think a lot of people are as aggressive as I am early in trading one for one. I am very happy to trade just about everything one for one in the early turns of the game. Um, it's just how the deck works best for me, I think. I need two more spells. This is, oh, if this is going to be tuned more for combo, I really like my Sunken Ruins. That's just the one of. It's done so much work for me. How many kill spells does this list have? We're going to add another kill spell. And we're going to add a faraway back into this list. So this is my more control. Oscar, stop. I hear you. You're fine. Sorry, guys. Um, this is my more controlling version of the list. Like I said, it doesn't have the silence. It's a little less aggressive, but a little more interactive early. Gut shots. What I'd rather do would be, if I was going to replace these, I'd be replacing it with something like some kind of a 2-mana edict spell, like a Devour Flesh or something. But that way, at least it gets some use in other matchups still. You can bring it in against the Geist of Saint Draft decks and Boggles and stuff. Like I said, if I end up running into this combo deck pretty often, I might switch back to the other list and see if it runs better. Depends on how this list keeps running. Looks like we got about 2 minutes before round 2 starts. So see what happens, see if we play it again. Yeah, let's see what we play against in round 2. Hopefully we don't end up playing against that all day, but at the same time, hopefully we do. For one, it's good practice. And for two, like I said, I do think it's probably a slightly favored matchup for us. Especially going into it expecting it. That helps. I think they're getting a lot of wins right now because a lot of people don't know what to do. People who aren't following this kind of stuff and just play. Um, yeah, I could go back on disfigures. I agree with that. If this deck really starts just being a lot really popular. I don't know. We're gonna have to see what happens over the next couple of weeks, I think, because I think it'll take some people a little while to pick up the cards. I think ascendancies are already climbing up in price on here. I can get just guy ascendancies for about 8. Not that bad, I guess. Yeah, I think hierarchs are the most expensive part of the deck, by far. All right, come on, Noda. Hey, we won a die roll. We are playing every match like it's ascendancy combo. Just so you guys know. I'm keeping this because I have a dismember. I also have a turn 2 Bitter Blossom, so I mean, that counts for something. I think I'm playing the Mutavault. It's a little awkward, but I'm just leaving up something for Dismember anyways. And then there's that small chance they put me on fish. I'm down for that kind of thing, just to mess up their turn 1. Okay, he played a turn 1 Mutavault. He's probably playing fish. And then turn 2, have him stop and rethink everything. Not a big head game, but I'd rather give him the chance to put me on fish than immediately make him think, he's probably playing like faeries of some sort. Okay, it's not Ascendancy combo. Pod? If it's pod, this is a really good start against pod. He gets to resolve whatever this turn, and the next turn I can spell stutter for 4. No, it's junk. What? The birds? Zombie pod? Interesting. This guy's in the 1-0 bracket? Well, unfortunately for him, I have a very hard counter to that. It's called infinite blockers. I'm playing this, and I'm playing it untapped. It means I can't counter a 4-drop, I can only counter a 3-drop. But he's not going to be able to cast a 4-drop anyways, so that way I have Cryptic up for next turn. Yeah, this could be the Vengevine deck. Yeah, that's probably what it is. It's Vengevine. I block here. Because then I can just counter the next zombie with my spell stutter. So he can't bring it back. Oh, that's kind of unfortunate. I can't counter that. I mean, I can just dismember it, and then it's gone. I lose 2 more life. I'm getting pretty heavy with my life here, but I think it's okay. And all I gotta do is draw into a misbind or let the cryptic even pick this up when I have to. Like once I've got a couple of tokens out of Bitter Blossom, I'm in a pretty good spot. So a misbind off the top would also be pretty sweet. I'm gonna spell stutter this. I could have cryptic, but I think I want to save the cryptic in case I need it to pick up my blossom. That was alright. Let's see what he's got here. Hey, Mr. Bub. Okay, yeah, so it's a Vengevine deck. Blood Gas, Death Shadow, and guess I just hit the Death Shadow. If he gets a land, he gets the Blood Gas back anyways. So. And I can Cryptic a Vengevine if he goes land, Vengevine. Yeah, Veryl's based Vengevine, but you see the Death Shadow? He's got Verils and Death Shadow going. Okay, you have a Bloodghast. Oh, I guess it didn't have haste until my turn, huh? Okay, so he's got land. He's gonna go fetch an Overgrown Tomb. Cast Vengevine. I'm gonna counter it, and then I'm gonna bounce his Bloodghast. Or should I just draw a card? I'm gonna counter it and draw a card. We'll probably get to resolve that, I think. I'm blocking, so that way he has to hit a land drop to get that back. That counters a Vengevine. 1, 2, 3, 4. I go for thread up. I have spell stutter up. Can I dig through time? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can't do both. That's unfortunate. I probably should have attacked with the Mutavault there. I could have left up either go for the throat or spell stutter sprite in that case. If he goes land Vengevine, then he has four. I'd spell stutter the Vengevine and then go for the throat, the other one. Yeah, looks like that's what he's doing this turn. And then he dies on my turn. So we win. Do I go for the throat for this spell stutter for the Vengevine? Because it doesn't count as a second creature, so he doesn't get the other Vengevine. Spell stutter and then 4 drops. Oh man, I was gonna dig through time. I just wanted to resolve it, guys. He probably didn't have another 1-drop creature spell. I think I like this. I cut all my discard outlets here, which does make these a little worse. But I get to bring in more kill spells that are relevant against his scarier threats. And I get to bring in flash freezes, which also stop Vengevines. I mean, it doesn't stop them out of the graveyard, and that's kind of the plan, but I also get to bring in my graveyard hate. Yeah, Sower's probably better than both of these, actually. Just because I don't... Eh, especially I'm bringing in graveyard hate and I'm cutting my 1-drop stuff. Slaughter Pact is still an out to surprise Vengevines when you're tapped out, so I kind of like leaving it in. I think I'm okay with this right here. Yeah, Sower's definitely better than the 2 Delve cards in this one, because, like you said, being able to... Oh, look, turn 1 Grafdigger's Cage. Yeah, I think we'll keep that. I mean, obviously he might have Decay for it, but if he's got Decay for it, he's got Decay for it. Oh, this is going to be great if he pitches, like, blood gas and stuff like that to the yard. And Slaughter Pack doesn't have a lot of targets, I agree, but when this deck all of a sudden kills you, it's because of Vengevines. Gravecrawler's Forest. Interesting. He tanked pretty hard on that too, so he's got some other graveyard interaction creatures in his hand, I'm assuming. He said if he's got Abrupt Decay, he's got Abrupt Decay. There's nothing you can do about it. But turn 1 Grafdigger's Cage is pretty good if he doesn't have the Decay. Ooh, he's got a lava, man. That's cute. That lava man's pretty good right now, unless he taps out to cast. Okay. Then even then, the spell stutter doesn't do anything. So. Attacking. Seems a little loose. He must be about to tap his mana again. I'm assuming maybe a Veryl's a Zinc. Nothing I can do about it. It's unfortunate. Kind of need to draw into some removal here. It's close. I mean, it's just going to get eaten by a Lava Man, unless he decides to attack with the Lava Man again. Actually, when he attacked with the Lava Man, I probably should have traded with the Spell Stutter Sprite, now that I think about it. Ooh, he's got the Abrupt Decay. Hmm. He's got then. Oh, he might just really want to be flashing back that Faceless Looting. He's going to discard. So if that resolves, he then discards 2 Vengevines, taps his black, plays Gravecrawler, and gets double Vengevine back. So I have to make this play. Which he can stop this counter if he knows how these cards work, but it makes it so he can't discard to the Lotleth Troll. Yeah, see? Now he can't discard to the Lotleth Troll and then bring back double Vengevine with the Gravecrawler. So now we need a 2 top deck removal spell that hits Lotleth Troll. That's not gonna do it. Oscar. Oscar. I am draw step Vendilion clicking him. Because we need to make it so he doesn't have 2 creatures he can cast in his hand, basically, here. Um, Ooh, he's gonna be able to dredge back that Dark Blast now. That's brutal. Or no, I guess he can't. This is his draw step, so he's already drawn. Yeah, see, there's a Vengevine. So, he can't cast anything yet. He's got creatures to pitch to this. Oh. You're right, he can dredge off the click draw, so we are not actually going to let him draw off then. This is going to make him, he's going to have to Blackcleave Cliffs, tap to Lava Man my Vendilion Click, otherwise I can trade with his Lotleth Troll. Or I guess he can regenerate the Lotleth Troll. One second, guys. Sorry, guys, had to go check on my dog for a second. Okay, well now he can't regenerate the Lotless Troll. But if I block, he pitches. Huh. I think I block anyways. Make him pitch and then hope I draw a Smother or something for the Lotless Troll. Is that way he can't double Gravecrawler next turn? Okay, because he's going to just do that anyway, so that way next turn he can go Gravecrawler, Gravecrawler, and get Vengevine back. So my out is to draw removal. I did not draw removal, so how much damage am I taking next turn? 1, 2, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe potentially 9 damage next turn. We are unfortunately drawing entirely too many lands here. Unfortunately, we're in pretty bad way now. I don't remember. Did I sideboard in my Black Sun Zeniths, guys? I don't think I did, huh? Oh god. I think I'm just dead now. Right? He's gonna get double Vengevine? Let's... Yeah, I think I'm dead. He's going with the Wayfinder. Not gonna just cast double Gravecrawler. I guess he wanted to hit the land drop. That makes sense. I'm trading with the Lavamancer. This guy's not doing anything to change this board state anyways. So... Oh, shit. I'm just gonna concede. That was a bad... I mean... Yeah, I needed that the turn before. Then we might have been okay. Hmm.
You clean the cat box. Yeah.
Oh, can you think of anything else here? Osk, enough, bud. What do you guys think? Back on the play? Eh, try that. I think this is one of those ones where we just need to be aggressive and... there's a sower. Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 lands. I have my colors. I have Cryptic Mana. I have a Batter Skull. I'll keep that. It doesn't do much against a super fast hand out of him, but... Ugh, I can't counter a Wayfinder. Would have liked to have had that last turn. Okay, so now I can counter a 2-drop. Like that. I can also counter that, which is pretty important, I think. Otherwise, he can just cast the other Gravecrawler and get his Vengevine back. And if he does get his Vengevine here, I have Sower to just take it. So he'll get one hit in with it, and then I can steal it with Sower. I mean, if he's got any removal that hits Sower like a bolt, then I'm screwed. But I don't think this deck really runs bolt. Too much potential to just pitch it to the yard and not get any value whatsoever out of it. That's why I don't run it in my Young Pyro Loam deck. I did originally, and then I was like, this thing just ends up in the graveyard without getting cast way too much. Ugh, and then he's got the Lotless Troll afterwards. Oh, of course he does. Oh, I suppose I can Sower and steal. I'm gonna take 5 here. Huh. So, I'm gonna Sower here. Question is, do I steal the Lotless Troll, chump 1 turn, and then I have Lotless Troll with Regenerate up? Or I Sower, steal the Vengevine, take a hit next turn, but that's a pretty scary. Like, leaving Lotless Troll on the board is kind of scary, I think. Like, I'm almost tempted to just steal the Troll instead of the Vengevine. And then next turn I have Batterskull up that can, again, trade with something or then just equip onto the Sower. I think I'm going to Sower. You think the Vengevine's better? Lotless Troll is very hard to deal with once he untaps with mana, and it's an enabler for all his other shenanigans. Whereas Vengevine's already on the table. I think I'm stealing the Lotless Troll. I'm chumping the Vengevine with my Spell Stutter Spray. Also, stealing the Lotless Troll makes it so his Grave Crawlers aren't active. Ooh, Thoughtseize. There goes Batterskull. Batterskull is no longer a plan. However, Scion of Una to protect Sower of Temptation is a pretty good plan. I think if I chumped with Spell Stutter 1 turn, then I have Lotless Troll with Regenerate up. You think that's good enough? Let's see what he does here. He is Combusting. Oh, nothing we can do about that. This is awkward. I think I have to actually take this hit. I don't think chumping does anything. I think I'm better off leaving the dude on the table, and I just need to draw really well. I need to draw something that's not a land. Jesus Christ. He's just gonna bring back grave crawlers now. Watch, if he hits another Vengevine, then I'm just dead. He's gonna flashback Faceless Looting, maybe. Okay. I basically need to draw a Black Sun Zenith, I think. Which makes playing this probably incorrect, but this gives me more outs otherwise. If I don't draw the Black Suns, or if I draw the Black Suns, I'm okay with that trade. Ugh. Well, that actually works for me, I guess. Okay, I think we lost this one, guys. Really good chance I think this is just over. We're gonna get, I think, one more turn. I'm gonna go to 2. Yeah, that's game over. We needed to like start drawing cryptics there. We just didn't have any kind of aggression there. That was most likely just a bad keep. Uh, yeah, that was probably just a little bit too loose of a keep. It didn't. It had interaction, but it didn't have enough. Eh, kind of an awkward loss, but him having an out to that Sower of Temptation was what did it. They don't have that many actual outs to Sower, but him having the out was what took that over. Yeah, it might have just been a loose keep, but I don't. I mean, is what we're playing. My early interactions weren't that heavy to mulligan into, whereas that one at least had a curve of 2, 3, 4 with in game of Sower and Batterskull. It just didn't work out. Um, like, what would I have possibly mulliganed into that would have been better? I'm not sure. Because discard was out. We had boarded the discard out for kill spells and such. Yeah, it's hard to the matchups. We don't deal well with decks that get all kinds of card advantage by being able to abuse their graveyard like that. Like, especially the way my list is set up, it's set up very much to 1-for-1 things. So if my 1-for-1 against them is more of a 1 to 1 for 0.5, because like, oh, I countered a Gravecrawler, that's fine. He's getting that back. There's not much I could do about that. That makes that match naturally a little bit looser for us. Like I said, he doesn't have Bolt. I've seen a very, very heavy portion of his deck, and I did not see a single Bolt. Bolt's not good. Double Dark Blast can do it. I agree there. Lava Man has to already be in play first, and I have no problems going out of my way to kill Lava Mans. And Combust, I mean, sure. He's got Combust. And technically, I have a counter for Combust because of Scion, so. Like I said, that's another matchup. That's a matchup where it's kind of like well, hit Relic or hit Grafdigger's Cage and hope it's enough. You know what I mean? I mean, other than that, there's not a whole lot you can do. I'm not dedicating a bunch of graveyard or sideboard space to a deck that I run into maybe once a month. Um, it's just one of those ones. It's like, oh well, okay, we're gonna play against this. Do your best. You know what I mean? So going too far out of your way over a matchup that's bad, that's a matchup you are gonna see once in a blue moon. Whatever. You take your hits and move on. Looks like we got like 10-ish minutes or so before the next round starts. Wonder how that guy beating round one is doing. Pidgeus Magnificus. He is 1-1 right now. But he won his round two. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to leave my list up right here for anybody. I'll also put a link to it in the chat. And I'm going to go AFK for just a minute, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. Before I forget. I'll be over there. Okay, guys. Always got to win the next two. Uh, I'll take another 3-1. That's fine by me. I got a bunch of people hanging out today. Notion Thief would be pretty good. I'm down. If that deck really did become good, I could probably fit a singleton Notion Thief into the sideboard somewhere. I like Notion Thief. I think it'd be hilarious against that deck also. Tron can be hard. Worm coils are very hard to deal with, is the biggest problem. Karn also, but worm coils are very hard to deal with, so yeah. Keep worm coils. Like, your game plan against Tron is to disrupt their ramp early so they're not powering out early Karns or whatever. Get a clock on the table like a click or something, and then don't let worm coil resolve. I don't even ever run into Affinity online, like honestly. For how popular it's supposed to be, I run into it about as often as I run into Vengevine. I don't even have an Ulls. But I agree, a couple of nulls might be worth it because they do have some other purpose. So oh come on. How much credit? No one else. Hot scours? Yep. Okay then. Oh, their trading is so slow. It takes so long to load just simple. And that's credit. 386. Or yeah, hot scours too. That makes him take a ticket. Hold on, back up. Alright. Rather have thought scours than a nulls. Ah, then he has to take a ticket. Alright. I don't want him. I don't want him to take a ticket. Not for silly comments. I have bot credits on somewhere else too. I need one more thought scour. Thought scours are for the young pyro deck with treasure cruise. Oop, was that too much for the poor little client? What was Black Lotus bought? Let's see what best deals got. Sorry guys, I'm mumbling, but I'm just kind of talking to myself. I'm just picking up some commons and stuff. I don't think I'd even need more than 2 annuls, but I may as well, I think. May as well just have a playset. I mean, they won't be matching arts now, so that'll be awkward, but I don't think I'd be running more than 2 anyway, so I don't really care. I just want to have the playset on that off chance I need them. Oh yeah, yeah. The Thought Scours are for the UR, the blue-red Young Pyromancer deck. Almost want a third Treasure Cruise if I go with all four Thought Scours here. I just gotta figure out what to cut now. I feel like I can probably cut a couple of counter spells even. And just play a little more value. Like, oh shit, that's what I need. God damn it. I need Monastery Swift Spears. I'm gonna try those too. Ugh. Not at 2 tickets a pop. I can wait. I can wait. They're uncommons. That price will go down. Yeah, I know he won. Seen it. All right, well, like I'd pay 75 cents a pop. That's acceptable. Any of my bots have it? Apparently not. Or no, it's actually that's probably the buy price, isn't it? Yeah, never mind. Never mind, that's the buy price. Yeah, I'm not paying 2 tickets. That's 1.5 tickets each. That's not that bad. Oh no, he's buying. I hate the setup here. I wish you could just there was like different brackets for what's for buy prices and sell prices, having to dig through this stupid jumble of words and be like, are you selling them? Is annoying as hell. Yeah, I'm not paying 2 tickets for Swiss Spears. Not for a deck that I'm not planning on playing any. Yep. They're two each because Legacy wants them. Modern wants them. It's already getting talked about for burn and everything. I need to cut one more card. I don't know if I like the idea of a Snapcaster, but it might be correct to lose a Snapcaster since I'm going into these Delve cards. I think Stoke the Flames is $4 in paper. Yeah, maybe two. That's too many Thought Scours. Maybe you're right. And we'll go 3 Thought Scours. I'm not trying too hard